The vehicle, the Kia I had diagnosed a couple days ago with the bad timing chain. Well, they had called me and confirmed they do want me to pull the cylinder head off. So we are here to do that. Hello. Oh, no, it's all right. I'll throw up my canopy. Yeah, I'll be here for a little while. All right, guys, so all this is gonna come off. All right, so jack the vehicle up, get the wheel off. That way we can get, that way we're able to get to that harmonic balancer so we can align the engine, because you don't want to just start ripping stuff off until you put the engine at TDC and it's aligned to the best of its capability. But anyway, so here's the deal. Here you see this plastic baggie. So this is how I do my work. So other people do theirs differently, but this is how I do my work. See, and then I'll take all these out, I'll leave them in this bag, and then I'll write on the bag valve cover, and then so on and so forth. So, you know, I'll take this off, intake, I'll take that off, alternator. Guys, this one is ridiculous. It's already broken my canopy. You see that? I had a freaking bungee cord it, snap this. Hey, but at least I'd rather have wind on 107-degree weather than no wind at all, so I'll take that. This customer has been more than accommodating. Brought me a cooler out here. I do have a cooler in my trailer, but this customer had brought me a cooler out here filled with ice, brought some water for me. Pretty awesome. But anyways, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the majority of this stuff out of the way, wires and etc. I got a couple more plugs down here, and then once I get this out of the way, more open, then I can kind of explain it just a little bit better. But you always want to have a drain pan under here. You don't necessarily have to drain the radiator to remove the cylinder head, but you will lose some fluid. So you kind of wiggle this out of here, and you want to be, if you're trying to reuse these, you want to be careful. All right, so there we go. Boy, those look beat up. I'm probably going to suggest that she replace these. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this intake. Oh, still got a connection here. All right, so here's a good look at the intake valves, which none of them look broken or bent. So that's, we're gonna pop these out. We're gonna take this off. Right, so, holy cow. Look guys, I can almost take it completely off of the phasers. I can take it completely off, you see that? All right, anyways, here's the deal. Before I can just start ripping shit out of here, I gotta put it in TDC that way. Because if you just start taking these off, guys, this is an interference motor, so it can, you know, run valve to piston contact. So we don't want to do that. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to put a jack underneath the engine with a block of wood and apply pressure. That way I can get this mount out. And with that engine jacked up, you can go ahead and start loosening these bolts and nuts up. Now, these little miscellaneous bolts, man, the real easiest way that you're going to be able to place them back is just to screw them back in the hole that you took them out of. Alright, so you see that I got them all off, and the engine didn't budge at all because I got it stabilized really well. Alright, so this is the fun part. So everything on the front side of this engine basically has to come off, guys, because I got to get to this timing cover. Alright, so with all these bolts taken out, and here's the deal, guys. Someone had worked on this before because it's just filled with gasket maker. But we're going to go ahead and separate this a bit. Alright, so you guys as excited to see as I am on what the cause of this chain malfunction is. Well, let's take a look. Once I fish this bad boy out of here. No scratch marks or score marks. I had already messed with this before. There's a made timing line right here, and it is out of time, guys. So this line is supposed to be here and this line is supposed to be here, and then we know we are in time. So go ahead and pull the tensioner out, and as you can see, this is our problem. So I'm about to pull the cylinder head off. Hopefully we don't have any valve damage. For those of you that guessed it was the tensioner, congratulations, you're right. Alright, so this doesn't get confusing whatsoever. I marked this. See that? So underneath these cams are other caps, basically to the lifters down there. Alright, so just carefully take this cam off. When it comes to taking the cylinder head off, these caps, they can slide right out, and they go individually to each valve. So you want to be very careful that you don't, you know, tip this upside down or anything like that, because you don't want to lose any of those caps. You want to make sure they stay exactly where they are, especially for the machine shop. They'll give you a hard time about that. All right, guys, so this is what we need to get these bolts out. Good old 12 point. Oh, look at all that. Jeez Louise. These motors are pretty good with the bolts just being able to come out. I don't think I've ever had one, knock on wood, where the bolts broke, but they do have an orientation on how they want you to take them out. Man, that sounded terrifying, dude. It sounded like it was gonna freaking snap. That's because it's a degree torque bolt, so. There we go. So it just loosens a little bit differently. Well, the same, but noise is a little bit different. Well, you gotta pop this little race out right here, see that? Then, right on it. All right, so there's our pistons, and I was perfect right on TDC. So, all right, so terrific. So it doesn't look like any of them's broken or anything like that to the point where it's non-repairable. So this will be something that the machine shop can for sure fix. Gonna have to replace that. All right, so well, let's go ahead and pack up our stuff and go on to the next one.